Hey folks, it's Lindsey Huddleston with SPS back in the building over at Old Redford Academy. You may say, where is that at? It's the former Benedictine High School, Southfield Freeway and Outer Drive in Detroit, Michigan. But I'm here with my guy, my fam. A lot of people say this is my fam, but this is my real
Yeah,
family
my
right here,
my
huh?
real uncle. So,
Real nephew. And we're going to
uh,
tell a crazy story about how we found that out, right? Right. But I'm here with Mike, affectionately known as Mikey Douglas.
yes, sir.
Done some great things. Finney High School grad, Western Michigan Bronco. We share that. That's part of our storyline. But also here representing guard play. Let
Yeah.
me tell you, fam, you have had a huge impact and on basketball in the Metro Detroit area. And I want to point to one recent example is that shout out to Coach Dennis DJ Foster over at Hamtramck when they won the districts. A lot of excitement. I had the post game interview with him. And I said, talk about who you want to thank. And you were the first person he named.
Yeah, that was a good feeling right there too.
I'm sure it would
Yeah,
have
for
been,
sure.
to shout you out and it's saying you were part of the success. So tell me this, if someone didn't know what was going on, if they were living under a rock, who was Mike Douglas and what is guard play all about?
Mike Douglas is the kid from School Crab in Wyoming. Just want to give back to all the kids that's training, and I just want to
You good?
make a difference for the most part. So I'm just doing the training, just trying to get everybody in the city, just trying to bring basketball back to Michigan.
Yeah, I love that. So many young men have gone on to college, returned to their roots, but nobody's doing what you're doing, having an impact. What makes you different?
I want to leave a legacy. So my legacy is gonna be these kids. So when they look back 30 years from now, they're gonna say Mike Douglas was my guy. He got me out of trouble. He saved my life. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to leave an impact. And I think me not making it to where I want to go was the best thing to happen to me.
What do you mean when you say not making it where you want to
Me
go?
playing college basketball, being an all-time assist leader at Western Michigan, and damn near had a shot to go to the NBA, but not make it. I think I touched way more kids, and I gave back way more to the community.
Yeah,
So
that's a great thing. I mean, you had a storied career. You talk about the all-time assist leader. You played in the famed Cameron, indoor arena,
yeah,
and
went to Finney.
yeah,
From the west side, went to
yeah,
Finney and Osborne.
yeah.
Just product of my environment, but I was able to make it out.
And let's talk about. I was just over that way earlier today. It's a rough part of town,
Yeah, for sure,
and in
for
the
sure,
city itself. Me being a Henry Ford guy, West Side, but to navigate all that, and I'm sure it's a lot of people that grew up with you just didn't make it.
for sure, for sure.
You've had a chance to touch a lot of different experiences, getting involved with big corporations, having your own type of work you've been doing. I've watched you and followed you, but you seem to have made a commitment to go all in on what you have going on with guard play. Talk
Yeah, I
about
think
that.
it's all about saving the babies. So the more kids we save and more opportunities we give for them to travel the world for free, get an education, put themselves in a better situation, take care of
Hmm.
their family, I think that's more of a blessing.
Hmm.
I think if I can affect 100 kids, I think I did my job.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time with young people all the time, whether it's in this capacity, from a sports psychology standpoint, or even from a behavior specialist standpoint, working with young people. This generation of young people, to say it lightly, is hard to deal with sometimes.
Yeah, but
Some of them.
you got to understand too. Like this generation is being raised by babies, so it's like babies raising babies for the most part. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like we don't really got a lot of grandmas, a lot of mentors. Then the people that are mentors are rappers or people that already got a lot of money. So
Hmm.
you trying to look up for somebody that don't live the same lifestyle you live. It's kind of hard for the
Yeah.
most part. But you got a person that can relate to you that went through all the struggles you went through. I came from the hood. I went to the suburbs. I did everything possible. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So for me to be able to get you out the neighborhood or give you a vision that you can do it, because if I do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah,
For the
that's
most part.
true. But Mikey, how do you handle the disrespect that some of these young people, and I know it's triggered by trauma, I know it's based on other things, but the disrespect that they are capable of showing adults?
See, a person ain't gonna do what they a person only gonna do what they know for the most part. And it's a respect thing for the most part. So if a person disrespect their mother, 9 out of 10 you don't have a chance. But at the same time, you can show them a
You
different light.
say, he said, hey, if you disrespect mama, you don't got a
Yeah, because
chance.
that's what it's been taught. And you know what I'm saying. As a baby only gonna do what they told, what they see.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to get that behavior from somewhere and
Hmm.
understand that was okay.
Hmm.
But as a person, you know what I'm saying, that being through trauma, being through situations, you just kind of just don't give up on the kid for the most part.
I appreciate
Because
that.
a person only gonna do what they know. But then when they see something else and they see somebody else carrying themselves differently, then okay, that makes sense. Okay, me saying this to this person is not good.
Hmm.
But what's the consequence? If you got a parent that say, "I'm gonna give you a whooping," they don't never do it, and
Yeah.
make it seem like it's okay, right?
Yeah, it
So
does. It does. No, I appreciate that. That's a lot. Well, talk about these young men you have in the gym with you. They shooting with you in the gym.
yeah, so I got 10th grade Jordan Cross from
Uh huh.
ATA.
Okay.
He called me on Instagram and never left my side since.
What?
I got little Tim from Southfield.
Uh huh.
Both my guys, Tim and Marco, they play for the Rockhounds with me in
Okay.
my
Yeah.
AU team
Shout out to the
program.
Rock House. Yeah.
Yeah, so but it seemed like every kid I had from the Rockhounds is making an impact on their high school team, and that's like the best feeling in the world.
So you
So
that plug, huh?
no, I just Coach Marco, Coach Tail, Coach
Uh huh.
Q, just everybody I connect with just had a real strong impact on these kids.
You know, you shouting out coaches by name. Let's talk about another part of the game, the underside, the underbelly, if you will, where there's this negative interaction amongst coaches, players, and you being someone can help. But why do you think sometimes it's difficult to get good people to in to help programs because coaches may not want them for whatever reason?
I think it's more of an ego, and I think it's more like everybody want the credit or everybody want to get something out of it,
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these people are living through these kids
Mm-hmm.
because they never reached a higher level where
Mm-hmm.
a lot of coaches that's coaching got sons on the team, so it's like a son coach type of situation. So they more so looking for their kid. So if this kid better than their son, what you think is gonna happen?
Ooh, yeah, that's a tough one.
And that's a
That's a
strong
tough one.
topic. But at the end of the day, you gotta look at these coaches and where they send these kids to school at.
And that's the
I
next.
play a part too. So.
Yeah, and I want to take that's an excellent segue, and you are perfectly equipped to speak on this as an expert when it talks about getting a young person from being a standout high school player to transition to the next level like you did, Division I basketball. It seems that Michigan continues to not necessarily have, you know, kids playing on a biggest stage.
Right.
And I'll shout out to Derek Coleman, DC. He said, hey, D1, D2, D3, D free. We want to get that free education. But what do you think it's going to take to get a little bit more attention back as it relates to student athletes from the state of Michigan being able to consistently get those large D1 type opportunities?
I mean, honestly, if you really look at it, all the best players that we have from Michigan go out of state. So we had the Hardy brothers here. I mean, that brings a lot of attention to Michigan because we a draft pick for the
Yeah.
most part. You
Hey,
can sign with.
Clutch Sports.
I mean, so we got players that's from Michigan, but they don't stay here. So I think the reason why people are leaving because the opportunities here is not like I think to be honest, the MSHAA need to change the travel
There's a lot
situation.
of talk
You know what
about
I'm saying?
that.
Like with the prep schools and all that, we can't travel, so they're not getting the exposure as they need. And I think COVID was a real big cause of everything too, because a lot of these kids with transfer
So you got to make
rules
a
and all
move.
that, like junior college probably gonna be the next.
I think junior college is going to be big, and with the exception of a kid having some natural gifts, size, length and all that, the junior college will probably be the way to go. I know a lot of Division I coaches, all they've been focused on is
Transfer.
grad transfers.
Yeah, the transfer, because they already know all right. I know I'm gonna get out of this person. He already been through the fire, so
Hmm.
that kind of put our kids in the background. But if you think about it, if everybody stayed in Michigan, we had one of the best cities
Yeah,
basketball wise. Because we got few of the best players to come out
yeah, I agree with that.
every year. It just be they relocate.
Talk about players getting ready to play on the next level. True, indeed, it's a huge responsibility for the coaches to prepare them. But talk about the actual player mindset to have the right attitude when it comes to getting to the gym on time, being ready to go, working out. I mean, because it's like here we are talking about high level basketball, but then you got some players that you might have to drag to get into the gym. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, for sure. I think that just come with the lifestyle, and you gotta think too. Back in the day, we liked being outside. We like playing against older folks at the park, and that was our daily activity. So now it's more so everything's so social media, and everybody be on their phone, and everybody be at home. Where I mean, a lot of people don't even play basketball outside.
Yeah. I mean, I remember, getting my reputation in the city going on a where we go out behind. It wasn't Tyndall, some other rec spots outside.
Iron Busters,
Yeah,
Timbers,
yeah, and it
Crowell.
was like not only was it great competition, but it was kind of rough.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
it could go
Yeah,
down. I
for
remember,
sure.
you know, one of the course we went to, you look up, you see holes in the back. We're like, what's that from? Like,
Yeah, so I'm from
gunshots.
Schoolcraft, Wyoming. Used to go to Dexter and Linwood, so that atmosphere is a little different.
Uh huh.
Then you gonna play on Finkel, that's different. So everybody got their own
And
different
you
type
coming into somebody
personality.
different hood. But what I always found out, man, and I see brothers to this day out and about, if you came and you were respectful and you played ball and you didn't call and whatever, cats showed you respect. And you could be in
Yeah,
the
for
roughest
sure.
hood
Yeah,
in the city and
and
be
they
straight.
remember that forever too. You
They
know what I'm
do it
saying?
to this
So
day. I be seeing cats out like, oh, my man used to get it, and it's sad that our kids can't necessarily get that experience. I think that impacts their grip. I don't know if you saw the coach from Seton Hall and what he said after their win. Oh, excuse me, former coach from Seton Hall, and now at St. Peter's, and they said, you know, how they played against Kentucky and upset Kentucky.
mm,
And they said, man, our kids from New York and New Jersey, dog, we ain't really
right,
scared of nothing.
yeah,
And
for sure.
and I didn't get it that he was being cocky about it. I just took it as, you know, it was something else going on with it. And another thing I want to talk about is coming back. Here you are, someone who's pretty much traveled the world, and now you're able to come back and you're able to basically have a clinic going on, have an opportunity. You're here 7 days a week, which is going to be
Right,
great for
Sunday,
people who want to get
yeah,
in there
Sunday.
Sunday to Sunday. And talk about the need for that to happen because it doesn't seem like that availability is out there.
Yeah, so getting the gym is kind of crazy now. You know, it's not available like it used to be in the past. I think I'm in a good situation. I'm going Sunday to Sunday, and I'm just trying to bring the basketball factory back, where
Mm,
kids got a safe haven. We know they not in trouble. They not. We know where they at because they in the gym.
mm-hmm.
Then we want to get them at least get tired where they don't have enough energy to get in trouble. I think basketball saved my life, so really my main goal is save everybody else's life. So if I can affect 10 kids to 50 kids to 100 kids, I think I did my job. I think that's my calling.
You know, when you say that, I can't help but think about the word scale. I just watched Steve Harvey Earn Your Leisure 2.5 hour podcast interview, and it was amazing. He had met with the billionaire
Mm,
Robert Johnson, and he said that normally when you go meet with him at his house, they only allow 30 minutes.
right,
He may give you extra 5 minutes to meet with him. In this case, he sat with Steve Harvey for 7 hours.
right, okay, yeah,
But the whole point is that he said he did that because he didn't come in asking him for money. The point I'm getting at is Steve said, well, I'm here to get information. He said, how do I become a billionaire? And he said, you have to scale your business.
mm,
So just like you talk about your goal to give back is whether it's affecting 1, 5, 10, if you keep thinking in the framework, okay, how do I get 25 people here and
right.
so on and so forth. And I only speak of that so we can look back at this is that's what I'm, you know, connecting with. So
Mm.
this is really a personal conversation that happened to be on camera, but that's what we want to start thinking about. How do we scale it?
See, like my thing is to get the most kids in school. So like so when Tim come to me and he asks me questions like, okay, he don't need help to get minded out of jail. He need help. All right, I got 4 schools that's offering me a scholarship. Which one is the best situation for me? You know, that's the type of conversations I want. I want to be able to come to Old Radford High School and call Rocket so he can talk to my kids and they looking at Rocket like, oh, he went to Michigan State. You know, like stuff like that. That's type of stuff I want to do. Like I want to send everybody to school, even if, like you said, D1 or NAIA. As
Mm-hmm.
long as they go to school and they can get an opportunity to go somewhere, see the world and do
Mm-hmm.
stuff, I'm at peace.
Enough of you.